everybody for joining us here 9 o'clock Friday morning. I really appreciate seeing all of you. And I'll start by sharing my screen. And as Eileen mentioned, it's a brief Google slide presentation. And I'll also share that link in the, hold on a second, let me make sure I have to, I'm going to have 2 short videos. Okay, so I'm optimizing for my video. I want to make sure to do that. Okay. And then let me just, I'm going to open my chat box on the side. So in case you want to comment while I'm presenting, you can do that. But let me share the link with you first. Right. I'll put that in the chat box so you can have that presentation to look at if you'd like to refer to it. All right, so I use Canva in my classroom both for creating presentations that I deliver to my students and as well as activities for my students to do. So I do a little demo similar to this in class so they can learn how to use it. So I teach English, first year studies. So most of the activities are related to that, but I'll also talk about general activities that you can use Canva for. So it's an intuitive design tool in case you've not heard of it before or haven't used it before. But it creates professional looking content. So you can use it for school, as I mentioned, in presentations and student assignments. It can be used as a business tool for creating presentations, social media, and just for fun, but it's all fun. I like to have these creative activities for my students so that they get excited about, responding to the readings and creating their own content. So this is what it looks like. There are numerous design options, which I'll go through after I give this little presentation, but you can kind of see some of them: presentations, social media, video, print, marketing, infographics, posters. It's really phenomenal what you can do with this tool. And it's all free. For the most, I mean, you can do a free version and a paid version, but all of those are free. So some of the ways you might consider using it in the classroom: if you had a complex instruction, a lesson on anatomy and physiology, for example, these are all templates that are built into, the presentation tool. And you can simplify those complex concepts visually in this appealing format for students to understand. And then infographics, I use this at the end of the semester. We do a reading unit on environment and climate change, and there's a lot of complex information. So I have them do research and I do research, and we create infographics that illustrate these complex ideas. And then video, which is what I'll demonstrate how to do after I give this presentation. So it's great for how-to, so to demonstrate a process, a concept, or an activity with these amazing graphics and audio. So I did this last night for our presentation. It took me maybe about half an hour or so. So I'm just going to play this. It's about 40 seconds long. All right, so that just gives you an idea of what you can do for video, and I'll show you a student sample next. Nope, let me go to the next slide. So some student activities that I've done. This week they were reading essays about writing, and they were also watching videos by authors who were giving their advice on writing tips and sharing their writing wisdom. So I asked them to choose one sentence from the text or from a video that kind of spoke to them, that said, this is like something that I want to keep in mind when I write. So this was an example: David Sedaris The humor writer, he said, if you're writing about people, you have to be interested in people. So they learned how to create these, they're referred to as Instagram memes, where you combine text and an image. So this is one, but then here's the whole class. Then they put them on this Jamboard so that they could all see what each other found to be, what resonated with them. And I called it the writing advice from experts. So they could always think about this as what the experts say about writing, and then they can refer back to it for their own inspiration. And then slideshow presentations is an optional activity. So their first writing assignment was to respond to the question, what are you curious about? So they could either write a 500 to 600 word essay. They could create a slideshow with a minimum of 5 slides, or they could create a 1-minute video. And about half the class did the slideshow and video. So it was great to see that they wanted to get creative this way. So I'm just sharing this one from my student Bree, she loves animals. So she was writing about her passion for animals and volunteering at the Meriden Humane Society. So this is a template that she dropped pictures into. And then she again talked about her experience here and then what she hopes to do in the future. So it's just a really, clean, crisp template, perfect amount of text. And it shows that she has the composition skills, not only with the words, but the images and the overall feel of the presentation. And so videos, they also had the same question, what are you curious about? And this was one of my students' responses. So as I mentioned, I demonstrated how to use Canva, and they played with, so maybe a 15-minute class time of me demoing and then playing with the template. And here's what my student Sam created. I'm going to see if I can do this full screen this time. No, it's not.
Be a stinger.
All right, so you can see another example there. And so I told my students in class yesterday that, well, first of all, I didn't tell them. I asked them if I had permission to use their creations, and they said yes. And they also were excited that they were included in this presentation. So I shared the presentation with them. And then they're like, then I asked them, well, tell me what you thought of using this tool. So they gave me, let me see if I can skip that. So they gave me their responses in the chat box. So these are some of the things that they said. They all really enjoyed this. And for Samantha, whose video you just saw, she said she's never made a video before, and it was so cool to be able to do that and, to do it for a class. So I highly recommend, if you can, try and incorporate these creative tools into your classroom teaching. I do my classes LRON, and I've been teaching LRON since the start of the pandemic, but I just keep incorporating more of these kinds of multimodal activities into class, and students really seem to enjoy it. So would anyone like to learn how to do this? I hope so. The first thing, so it's canva.com. So you'll need to go to this website and sign up and log in. So if you want to do that now, you can, or if you want to wait till after the presentation to play around with it, you can do that too. So I'm just going to close out of here. And maybe if you want to take a moment to look at it, I'm going to come over to Canva. And I'll just briefly show you what the features look like. and then I'll walk you through creating a video. So like I said, there's so many things you can do here. Video, there's all, different types of videos here. Presentations, all different types of presentations, social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, etc. I won't go through all of them, but there are so many, so you can explore those later. What I am going to do is click on video and then click over here. So I want to just create a blank video.
Hello.
Does somebody have a question? Okay. So it creates a blank video, and over here on the left are all the menus of what is available. I'm just going to start and make it easy. So this is the easy how-to. So templates, they give you these different varieties of
I heard it go too.
Templates that you can use, and they're all created for you. So all you need to do is modify the text and modify the images in them for the most part. So if I want to do, so I've done these, I did this already, but if I want to do, say, a how-to video, and you just type that into the search box, it will show you all these different templates that could be used. They have this one, how to make, what is it? Pancake, but I don't want to use that one today. They have, employee training videos. And you can see they have all these images already there, but I'm going to use one that I saw last night. Study tips, because our students need that. So I don't want to use this how to make pancakes. I'm just going to click on this first one, and it just automatically changes and puts that template right there into your slide. So this might be my first slide. Then if I want to add a slide, I just click here, add page. And I'm doing the easy template just to kind of show you how to do it. So it's already set there for you. 1, then I'm going to add a page, and 2, add another page, 3, add another page, 4, and add another page, my thank you at the end. So this could be like your rough outline for if you're going to create a video on study tips. Each of these items here can be adjusted. So you could, change it to your whatever wording that you want. So that's all it takes, just changing it like that. And you can do resizing up here. You can change the color if you want. I'm going to keep it simple for the purpose of our demo. Same thing, I could change the text here. If I didn't like the color of this, I could change the color to something else like that, whatever I want to do. But again, just for the sake of keeping this simple, I'm going to say, let's imagine that I have modified the text and added images to the way I want. So this will show you roughly how your slideshow will present. If you go to the bottom, you can see each one of these blocks is says 5.4 seconds. So if you have more text and you need to, give your reader some more time, you can stretch out the box to make it last longer so that they can read it longer. So this one's now 6.4 seconds. So that's really the simplified version of creating the images. So then if you want to do music, some audio to go with that, if you click on this menu item audio, you'll see there are a bunch of, these are all free, copyright free clips of music that you can use. So I wanted to do something simple, but if you wanted to just hear what they sound like, you can do this little preview. See if you like it. And if I say no, I'm going to try this one. And say maybe that might work for this presentation. So then I'm going to just click on it. and then I can just drag it over to my presentation, and it will automatically put it there. And sometimes you have to move it a little bit, like you can see it kind of starts after, so I had to slide it over. And sometimes if it's not long enough, you have to stretch it out, just like I did with that individual slide. So I'm going to say that looks pretty good. I'm trying to get here to the beginning, and now I'll just play it. All right, so let's assume that I'm happy with it. The one thing that I don't know if there's a way to do like fade in, fade out. I don't know if it has that kind of an editing ability like, you know, other music tools might. But for the purpose of this simple demo, I'm just going to say that sounds good right now. So you want to give your video a title. And then you want to go to File and save it just to make sure it's saved there. And then in order to share it, you have a couple of options. You can click over here in the top right where it says download, and you can download it as an MP4 video. I'm not going to do it just yet because it takes a little time. Or if you click these three dots, then you can share the link. So I'm going to do that right now. I'll copy and share the link so that you can have it, and I'll put it in the chat box. So if you want to play with it, you can take a look and play with it. Like I said, this is not perfect. I would definitely edit a template in my own words, but I just wanted to keep this simple for all of you. So that's my demo of Canva overall on creating a video. And I saw some of your comments in the chat box that you love this. It looks easy. What a great tool. And really, yes, I'm going to spend, Roberta, you're going to spend the night creating video tutorials. That's the thing. If you find the perfect template, and you know, if you have an idea in your mind of what you want to create, it's pretty easy to search the templates and find something that will work. And I always go with the simple ones too. So I can stay on this screen and go back to Canva in case anyone has any questions about other applications. I think I